video, and today I'm going to be talking about why I don't have more reptiles. So as a lot of you guys probably already know, I have two leopard geckos named Mocha and Izzy, and those are the only two reptiles I currently own. And I've had people ask me before in for Q&A videos or just randomly if I have any more reptiles or if I plan on getting more geckos or reptiles in the future, and that is what I'm going to be talking about today. So there are a few different reasons that I don't have more reptiles right now. The first one is that I don't really think I have a lot of time and money for that right now. For one, I can't really fit a lot into my schedule at this point. I'm pretty busy, and having more than two reptiles is probably going to be pretty hard. I remember it was kind of hard for me when I first got Izzy, balancing, taking care of two different reptiles. And I feel like 3 would be a little bit too much for me right now. I know there are a lot of people that have tons of reptiles, and I really don't know how they do it because I don't know. I think 3 reptiles would be way too many for me to take on right now, and I don't know how people who have 100 pets deal with that. It's not even easy for me with more than 2 reptiles. But I also do not really have a ton of money right now. I am having trouble actually having the money to make Mocha's bioactive enclosure because it's ending up to be a lot more money than I thought, and yeah, I kind of really need to get that done before I ever spend a lot of money on something else. So yeah, I definitely do not have the money, and I do not have the time right now. So that is one of the main reasons that I probably will not be getting another reptile anytime soon. Next one, like I kind of said before, is that I have a lot of projects that I plan on doing with Mocha and Izzy. Like I said, I need to get Mocha's bioactive enclosure done, which is going to cost me a lot and take up a lot of my time. And I want to, after I get Mocha's cage done, I want to do the same thing for Izzy, which is also going to cost me a lot of money and take up a lot of my time. So I definitely want to make sure I get those done before I ever even think about getting more reptiles. And yeah, I want to make sure that I have the best care I could possibly provide for my leopard geckos before I get more reptiles, because it's very important that you don't just have a lot of reptiles and neglect some of them. I don't want to do that ever, and I want to make sure all my reptiles have the best care I can provide. I put that over having more reptiles. Even though I would love to have more reptiles, it's more important that my reptiles individually are getting what they need. Now, I'm not saying you cannot have a lot of reptiles. I know there are a bunch of people that have a lot of reptiles or pets, and they do care for them well, but there are also people that have a lot of reptiles or pets and just neglect some of them and don't give them their proper care. So if you can provide proper care for your reptiles, it's okay to have a lot of reptiles, but you want to make sure that each of them is getting what they need, and you don't want to be neglecting any of them. So if you feel like you don't have the time or money to take care of a bunch of reptiles, I would not recommend you get a bunch of reptiles. I would recommend you get as many as you can handle, and for me right now, I don't think I can handle more than 2. So next one is I want to be sure that I do as much research as I can. So it's very important when you have a reptile that you do all your research beforehand. You don't have to be looking up things and making sure you're doing everything right after you already have the reptile. You want to do as much research as you possibly can before you get the reptile. And although I do know a good deal about some other reptiles besides leopard geckos, I want to be sure that I know everything I can and I don't want to be missing anything, so I would want to make sure that I do as much research as I can about the reptile that I would get, and I don't want to just get another reptile without knowing all I can about them, because with Mocha and Esri, I got them not really knowing a whole lot about them because I did not do a ton of research, and I kind of ended up not caring for them that great in the start, and I had to do a lot of research after I got them, so for a while they did not have the best care. Now I'm pretty sure they do, but it's always best if you do your research beforehand and do as much as you possibly can. So next one is that my parents are not really too keen on me getting more reptiles, and it was a pretty big deal actually convincing them to let me have 2 leopard geckos as it is, and I feel like convincing them to let me have more than that would be a much bigger deal. And yeah, they're pretty set on me not having more than 2, and I understand that, and I do pay for most of their care needs, and I'm the only one that takes care of them, but yeah, I think they just do not want another reptile in the house right now, and I definitely understand that, and yeah, unless I can convince them otherwise, I might have to wait until I move out of the house until I actually get more reptiles. So I know there are ways to convince your parents to let you get a reptile, but with my parents, I don't want to be too pushy on them, and I know they really do not want another reptile in the house, and I understand that they don't, and I might just wait until I have my own house and I can care for them the best possible, and I feel like I can actually take on more reptiles. So a little misconception is that you have to have a lot of reptiles to be a professional or know a lot about them or actually be in the reptile hobby, and that's not really true because there are a lot of people that do not have a bunch of reptiles but still know a lot about them and care for them well and are experienced. You don't have to have a ton of reptiles to be a professional or know a lot about them. It really depends on how much research you've done, and definitely experience can help, but you don't have to have a bunch of reptiles to be able to share information or help other people out or know a lot about them. It really depends on how much research you do and how well you actually care for your reptiles. Now, I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm definitely not. I don't know everything about reptiles or leopard geckos, and I recommend you do not take my word for everything. But I don't feel like I need more reptiles to have a YouTube channel and make videos about them. I am well researched in a lot of things regarding them, and I feel like you don't need to have a bunch of personal experience as long as you do your research. And it's great if you can have personal experience. It's great if you can have a bunch of reptiles, but I don't feel like it's really necessary. And I feel like two leopard geckos is good for me right now, and I feel like I can, even though I only have 2 leopard geckos, I do know a good deal about them, and actually I feel like for me at least, having less reptiles allows me to better care for them individually. So also, don't get me wrong, I would love to have more reptiles. I have a passion for reptiles and amphibians and other animals. I just love them, and I would love to have more reptiles in the future. I'm just saying in this video that I do not think I can handle that right now, and there are a lot of obstacles in the way of me getting more. So that's what I'm explaining today, so you guys better understand why I only have like 2 reptiles and I don't have any more than that. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video, and I hope you guys all have a great day, and if you weren't subscribed already, don't forget to push that button and push the bell to get notified when I post a new video. And yeah, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below, and make sure you like this video, and bye guys.